Hi guys, it's Dr. George here for Tucked In Tuesdays. And I have a very special guest. You've seen her the last two times, and she's so much fun to have on. Her name is Lori, and she wrote these great books about superpowers. And tonight is Xander, Cerebral Palsy, Superpowers. And I'll bring her out. I'll give you a couple of minutes to come in, say hello. I know if you're in Texas, anywhere near my area, or Southwest Louisiana or Southeast Texas, there's a hurricane. So many of us are on the road or have traveled in a different place. But I welcome all of my guests and I'll bring my newfound friend out, Lori. Hi, Mike. How are you? And
Hi.
so I'm good. It's so good to see you. So we finally reached book three. And I'm a little sad because it's been really nice, you know? It's been really nice having you on. And your books are so meaningful. So tell me what inspired you to write Xander Cerebral Palsy Superpowers.
This is the third book in my series, and working as a pediatric physical therapist in the school systems, uh, I started to notice a lot of the kids that just were in the schools didn't really understand the kids I was working with. And it can be scary if you see a kid who's using a walker or a wheelchair and not understanding why, or if a kid has a sudden movement or might have a seizure or something. It is scary. And I just kind of felt like we needed a tool to help explain what was going on. For the kids who have cerebral palsy, a book that's encouraging, and for the kids who have friends who have cerebral palsy, to give them the tools to understand them and how to be a better friend. And I actually, there's a boy named Mikey. He may be watching tonight. So if he is, hi, Mikey. He has cerebral palsy, and they just recently got this book. And his mom told me that he was so encouraged because Mikey related to almost everything in the book, just like Xander. Like, he has a para at school who helps him and everything. And so he was really very excited to read this book. And just to see that, okay, there's other kids out there that, that he can relate to. So,
Absolutely love that. And so Xander's family may or may not be joining us because, like many others, sometimes the hero in the book is not having such a good day, but hopefully they'll join us. Mom's name, I've been informed, is Anita. So let's get right into this book. And this is book three. And the first one was on autism. The second one was on Down syndrome. And now this one, cerebral palsy. So superhero. So written by Lori Leigh. Is it Leigh? Lori Leigh?
yes.
Yarborough, and illustrated by, you say the name.
Roksana Oslizlo.
Well, I would have definitely chopped that one up.
She's actually in Poland. So,
Oh, in Poland, how cool is that?
very cool.
So, to Xander, you are an incredible, amazing, and wonderfully made hero. And there, I love it already. So, let's find out about Xander. Hey, I'm Xander, and I have superpowers. That pretty much makes me a superhero. And look at the inspirational stuff. You're brave, don't give up, included. And there he is flying. I always use my voice. My superpowers come from cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy sounds like cerebral palsy. You got it? Sometimes we shorten it to CP, just like Mike did. It's easier to say. I don't really have a red suit of armor that lets me fly, but my mom says that I am that awesome with all my equipment, and I think my dog Oreo agrees. Most people have no idea that cerebral palsy comes with superpowers. That's why I want to tell you all about mine. But first, let's start with why I have CP. Right before, or maybe while, or even after I was born, the part of my brain that was supposed to control my motor skills got hurt. Motor skills are what we use to walk, talk, sit, and move around. Basically, my body doesn't do what I want it to do. Cerebral palsy. Cerebral means having to do with the brain, and palsy means difficulty moving. So I want to say hello to Anastasia. They're watching on a different page, but hello. Hello, Riley and Aunt Roommate. She's there for the storm. Did you know that CP doesn't look the same in every kid? Oh, I'm not sure what that popping noise is.
It's me.
It's you?
I don't think it's me.
Oh, it's not you? It may be me. Let's see. Let me try something. It's probably me. Did you know that CP doesn't look the same in every kid? It could be so mild you might not even notice someone has it, or so severe someone might have to use a walker or a wheelchair. There are 4 kinds of cerebral palsy. Each affects a different part of the body. Spastic, muscles are tight or stiff. What is that A word? Athoid?
Athetoid.
Athoid. And there's Anita. I see her backstage. I'm going to let her in. Are dyskinetic?
Uh-huh.
Hard to control moving. What's that next word?
Ataxic.
Ataxic. Never heard that word. Poor balance and coordination. Mixed. A combo of 2 or more types. I made a handy dandy body chart to show you which kinds of CP affect your body parts. Look for the colored in areas on this figure. And so she drew several pictures. And could you explain those pictures again?
So this is a key. This little guy is going to be a key pages. So they're going to explain the different types. These are just because cerebral palsy is so diverse. You can have kids who need complete wheelchair, like they have to have complete support. Kids who may just need a wheelchair but not complete support. Some kids may need a walker. Some kids may not, you may not even know they have cerebral palsy unless they just get very tired. There's grown-ups that you probably know that have cerebral palsy, wouldn't even know they get very tired and their arms get tired or something. So that's why cerebral palsy is so diverse. So we wanted to kind of show that on this page.
Love that. And I'm going to let you in, Anita. You can give me a thumbs up. I can see you. Whenever you're ready, you can give me a thumbs up and I'll let you in. Ready. So here's Mom. Hi, Anita. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we're started into the book and we'll ask you a few questions about Xander in just a little bit.
Okay.
So let me I think everyone's okay. Let me position ourselves kind of like this. That's much better. Most kids with CP have spastic cerebral palsy. That's what I have. Spastic means my muscles feel tight or stiff. Feel how relaxed your arms or legs can get when you want them to? Mine can't do that. That makes it difficult to do things like move around, play, eat, walk, and talk, because sometimes my brain can't tell my muscles what to do. Guess what happened? You're right. They don't do what I want them to do. But I'm working hard in therapy, and now I don't use my wheelchair as much as I used to. I can even take Oreo for walks. So is that Xander that's swinging?
Yes, I was trying to see if I could turn my camera around. I don't know if I can.
There he is.
Yeah, and then
Hi, Xander.
It's been a kind of a crazy evening. He hurt his foot, and he's. You okay, buddy? Say hi. Come here.
Hi, Xander.
You wave. Xander is nonverbal.
Okay. Will he wave?
He will wave. Xander, look. Xander, can you wave? Yeah, you talking? Xander's telling you that he loves fireworks.
Oh my goodness.
He's pointing to the sky right now.
That he loves So 4th of July is his time.
It is. Yeah.
Xander's getting some shout outs.
Oh, Xander, look at that. Some people are saying hi to you. Say hi. Oreo, come here.
And let's see Oreo. There's always a pet.
See if I can get him in front of the camera.
Hi, Oreo.
Say Oreo. Say hi, Oreo.
Hi, Oreo.
Yeah,
Oreo.
Yep, see, he's in look at Oreo.
Yes, it's identical. So let's finish reading about Xander and keep an eye on Xander, guys, and give Xander some shout outs. So, my friend Emmy has dyskinetic cerebral palsy. Dyskinetic, or tell me that word again.
Athetoid.
Athetoid cerebral palsy makes her head, arms, and legs move in ways she can't control. Muscles can be really stiff or really loose. Most of the time, she has to use a wheelchair. Talking isn't easy, but she has this cool device that speaks for her. You know what else? Ride horses, swim, and play wheelchair sports. She goes to school in a classroom with other kids doing great. Friends help her on the playground during recess and include her when they're playing. Emmy is smart and she knows what's going on around her. Real superhero. My buddy Connor has ataxic,
Ataxic.
ataxic. Man, these words. Cerebral palsy. Ataxic, I see it now. CP gives him problems with balance and coordination. He trips and falls a lot. He also has trouble talking. When Connor was little, he couldn't talk, but he's a fighter and one of the most determined kids I know. And today, Connor can walk down the hall using the wall to keep him steady. He loves life and always wears a smile. So these kids are heroes. Heroes, and Xander's definitely a hero, and a hero that loves fireworks. I mean, you got to be a real superhero. Those two just go. When I said it, he looked right at me. Back to me and Oreo and my telepathy, the power of choice for today's superhero. When mere mortals want to communicate, their brain sends signals and they say what they want to say. When I want to communicate, my brain sends signals. Only my mouth doesn't get the message. That's okay. I can tell you what I want telepathically. Close your eyes and wait for it. Did you get my message? Xander loves Dr. George. I totally got it, Xander. Fine. Is it telepathy? Telepathy isn't actually a real power. It sounds cool though, so I'm going with it. Some types of communication uses words well, uses a few words, and uses sign language. Miss Anita, does Xander do any sign language?
Xander does do some sign language. Xander, show your sign language. Can you say more? More.
Yes.
Yes.
Good job. That's very important, Xander. That works in all areas of life.
Show them what you say when you want to swing. More swing. He's saying more and pointing to the swing. Okay.
Oh, good job, Xander. Not all kids with CP use telepathy like me. Other kids might use talking devices, sign language, words, or a combination of ways to communicate. She uses a talker, uses telepathy, movements, gesture, noises, facial expressions, and etc. Helpful hints for friends. If your friend tries to get your attention, see if you can figure out what she needs. It's probably something in the room or something she likes to do. It can be frustrating at first, but be patient. The more you get to know her, the better you'll understand her. Always assume your friend knows what's going on around her. Sometimes she won't respond. Other times she'll use noises, laughter, and movements to show what she wants. And so I'm on my other page and people are calling the book awesome. And there's lots of other people watching from the different pages. A superpower that gets me through the day is my persistent positive attitude. Cerebral palsy might mess with my body, but it can't mess with me. Not much gets me down. In the middle of everything, I have to conquer. My super strength, courage, determination, and bravery keep me positive. Helpful hints for friends. Your friend has value, worth, and purpose. Just like everyone else, he has good days and bad days. Tell him you believe in him and you're proud of him. Share what you admire about him. Treat him like an equal. And most of all, be kind. And Mr. Bradford Lowe is saying, awesome, Xander. And Lisa Brown said, this is so beautiful. My greatest superpower is dedicated determination. My body fights me all the time. Things most people do without thinking are extra challenging for me, like putting on my shoes or using my talker for communication. That doesn't mean I'm weak. Nope. I'm super strong. To do everything, I have to work hard, but that's okay. I just pull out my superhero equipment and get stuff done. Helpful hints for friends. It can be difficult for your friend to do something that's easy for you. Cheer him on. He's a superhero. Make sure he knows it. It's great for your friend to learn new skills, but sometimes it's also nice to lend a helping hand. And Xander's swinging tonight, and I mean, he is a pro at swinging. I've learned two things about Xander. He knows how to sign more. Well, four. He knows how to sign more swing, and he loves fireworks because he points at the sky. And he's a superhero that loves to swing. And hi, Xander. Hello, Dr. George. So Miss Macklin gave you a shout out. And Miss Fehrenbacher says she's buffering a little bit, but she's watching and she's loving to watch you swing. I think you're soothing a lot of these people that had to evacuate, Xander, just by swinging. A perk of my superhero gig is high-tech superhero equipment. Are you looking for the coolest stuff? Not only do I own it, I use it every single day. Check out my special school bus. There's an elevator outside and a place for my wheelchair inside. I make this bus look good. I also have a stander, a special swing, a wheelchair, a walker, a bike trailer, and a special trike with safety straps. So it looks like Miss Anita and Xander froze for a little bit, but hopefully they'll get unfrozen and be able to talk to us a little bit in the end. Because of my incredible superheroes, I have my own special forces team. My mom calls them my therapy team. We train together every week. My physical therapist is in charge of my whole body superpowers like strengthening, stretching, and walking. She also makes sure my equipment fits. My occupational therapist works on fine-tuning my finger movements, my hand skills, sensory integration stuff, and eating strategies. Basically, we do things that help me with everyday activities. My speech pathologist is my communication commando. She helps with any talking issues I have and figures out the best way for me to let others know what I want or need. My special forces team helps me harness my superpowers. These awesome people love me, teach me new skills, and always cheer me on. They get very excited when I try new things. Helpful hints for friends. Therapy is tough, but keeping my muscles stretched and strong and working on balance is so important. Hand skills and sensory activities can be exhausting. Learning new ways to communicate can be frustrating. Find ways to encourage your friend not to give up. Maybe you can even do activities and exercises with him. I tell you what, Xander, if I were there, I'd definitely be swinging. I'd be on the other one, socially distancing, of course, with my mask on, but I'd be there. Lisa Brown said, yes, need all the calming images as we prep for Hurricane Laura. So yes, Xander, you're helping people, a lot of people. You got a message. You are lucky to have such a great team to support you, Xander. I have a special assistant at school. She's my superhero sidekick. Batman had Robin, the Lone Ranger had Tonto, and I have Kelly. Xander and Kelly sounds like a talk show. That sounds cool because she is cool. She helps me get around school and make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. Every great superhero has a nemesis. Mine is my super selective muscular strength. My body resists me. Sometimes it makes sudden movements I wasn't planning on. Things can seem scary to other people. I might want to put my hand on the table gently, but instead, my brain sends a signal to hit the table really hard. The muscles that make that movement are really strong, and I can't always control them. So if you see me move unexpectedly, don't worry. It's just my super selective muscular strength taking over. Helpful hints for friends. If your friend gets excited or scared, you can help him by making sure he stays safe. Watch if he doesn't hit his head on something or fall. If your friend is tired or stressed, his arms and legs won't want to listen to what his brain wants them to do. When he slaps the table or kicks something, he might look alarmed or upset. Don't worry. Just be calm and get an adult if you feel like something is wrong. So that's really neat to know about the super selective muscular strength. We interrupt this broadcast, book, to bring you questions and answers with Xander and Oreo. Oh, we hear from the dog. You have questions? I have answers. Oreo's just here for support. Why does your arm move that way? My arm can get really stiff, especially if I'm tired or stressed. Can I ask you questions about your wheelchair? Yes. My mom or I would be happy to tell you all about my ride. What do you use a wheelchair? Why do you use a wheelchair when you can walk? It takes lots of energy to walk. It can even hurt a lot. I use my wheelchair when I'm worn out or need to go longer distances. What are you wearing on your feet? AFOs, ankle orthotics. They help me stand and walk. Do you want Hang out with me on the playground? Absolutely. I love hanging out with friends, especially if we play things I can do. If I'm in my wheelchair, offer to push me where we're going. If I'm walking, wait up for me. A good friend doesn't leave anyone behind. And my Aunt Priscilla said, you're giving her helpful hand, Xander. How do I talk to and hang out with kids with cerebral palsy? Smile and say, hi, my name is Belinda. You want to hang out? Most kids with cerebral palsy understand as much as you do, even if they can't speak. Talk about things you like, your dog, family, sports teams. Don't worry if someone has a hard time talking or can't talk at all. Smile and treat friends with CP like any other friend. Don't lean or hang on the wheelchair or walker. Don't be nervous. Do smile, stay calm, and have fun. So I love that Q&A. As an important and valuable part of my family, I like to be where my people are. I go where my family goes. If they go on an adventure, I go on an adventure. We love to swim in our pool, bike in the park, and play at the beach. My brothers and sisters think I'm fun to hang with. My dad calls me his ex-man. We like to laugh together. My mom says I'm kind and compassionate. When someone in my family is sad, I'm ready to help. And by the way, Oreo and I are always up for ice cream dates. Xander, I love the pool in the back. Great segue. Your superpower. So there's a page where all kids have superpowers. You probably have some of the same superpowers as me, and some that are unique to you. Write down your name and superpowers below. So she has a page where you can put some that you may have just like Xander, or maybe you have superpowers of your own. You are important. You are uniquely you. You're a fighter. You're a fighter. You have so much value, so much worth. You're incredible. The world needs you. The things you can do matter. And Xander, you have more shout outs from Ramona. She said, hello, Xander. My name is Ramona. And Lisa Brown says, Xander, I'm so excited to see you. I thank you for your strength and determination. You inspire me. Thank you. So they say, thanks for sharing the story. Mike shared a link if you look in there for a VIP birthday club. Lydia said, hi, Xander. Hello, Dr. George. I've been doing a Superpower stories the last 3 weeks. Lydia in Donaldsonville, Louisiana. And then Mike says, I have autism superpowers. That's right, Mike. You are amazing. I want to fit in just like I love to watch movies, play games, and have fun with family and friends. There is no one else like me. I have value and worth and an important place in this world and superpowers. Don't forget my superpowers. I love the images. Love them.
Beautiful.
Meet Xander. So, I mean, most of people that don't see this live will have to meet Xander in the book. But you guys are lucky enough to meet Xander in real life. Xander, can you wave?
Xander, wave. He's
Wave,
waving.
Xander.
Got to wave where they can see you.
Good job, Xander. Good job. So Xander was adopted from Ukraine. He now lives in his forever home in Oklahoma with his mom, dad, 3 sisters, 2 brothers, and 3 dogs, Oreo, Sadie, and Louie. He loves tight hugs, holding hands, and swaying to music. So there's Xander. And Xander's from Ukraine. Sometimes I have people on here from Ukraine, and that's his family. Love it. Did you see that, Xander?
Look, Xander.
You recognize those people.
Yeah, you see it, don't you? He's
So, Xander, you have shout out. Xander, you are amazing.
Xander actually has double the superpowers. He also has the autism spectrum superpowers.
Oh my goodness, so he's a double. Oh my goodness. Kamora, Simone, and Jackson are watching Indiana and waving back. So you have people from Indiana waving back.
Oh, wave, Xander. Wave. Can you wave? I don't know if Xander knows how to wave the way we wave. You can give a fist bump. Like you're going to, there you go.
Bump. Good job. That's what we're doing anyway. You're right, Xander. Social distance. Bumping is cool. That is so cool. It's from Ukraine, Oklahoma. Yes. And the back of the book, she always puts a poster. I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
There's no
Mom, do you want to tell us a little bit about Xander?
Sure. The book said so much. Actually, and Xander's been pulling on my hair, so I don't know what it looks like, but it was, yeah, you think he's laughing. That's funny, isn't it, Xander? You must have all his hair. Yes. So it was 8 years ago this week that Xander came home. So we kind of had a little anniversary, I realized, this week. Xander? Yeah. It's been 8 years. Xander started walking when he was 6. And what else, Xander? Let's see. He loves riding on the school bus. You like the school bus? Are you in school? Yes. You,
Oh,
yes. He's getting to go in person. He's been riding the bus to and from school. Yeah. What else, Xander? He likes not only the swimming pool. He's a pretty good swimmer, but he really likes. Maybe you can see the pool vacuum down there. I don't know. He really likes to play with the vacuum in the swimming pool. What
so
else,
he
Xander?
swims. He's a really good swimmer. That's neat, Xander.
Yes, Xander. Yep, he's a good swimmer.
That's neat to know, Xander. I love it. And the people that miss, he signed more. Does he do any more
More? Do you see
signs?
more? Yes. Xander, what's your favorite sign? I'm gonna have to make sure that I produce this when I ask you to. How do you sign cookie? No cookie. How do you say cookie? With your hands. How do you say cookie? Oh, he said it with his words.
Yes,
Cookie.
yes, he did. He said it.
And then he said yes with his fist. He said it down there. He said yes. Okay, what about hamburgers?
Yes.
Can you show the video? Say, do your hands up high. Say hamburger. Yep, hamburger. And he's talking about
Good.
fireworks again.
Yes.
Yes. Hamburger fireworks.
Good job, Xander.
Yes.
My goodness. I love that he said cookie instead of signing it, one of his other superpowers. I love that. Xander, Miss Rochelle said, oh, and she said, blessings to you. And Lisa says she loves that you love school. And you're just cracking Lisa up, Xander, when you said cookie, signing it. She loved that. So,
Oh, what about
I'm sorry, go ahead,
sign?
Anita.
Here's a good sign. Cracker. Xander, how do you sign cracker? Yeah. Show it again. Cracker. Wait, hold your arm up. Sign cracker. Yes. It's like you're smashing
Good
it.
job.
Yes.
Good. You have that food down packed. I don't blame you, Xander. No need to wait on good. Love that. So, Lori, tell me how you met Xander.
And my husband Ben and I had been Anita and her husband since we were newly married. Like we were in a newly married class together in church like a million years ago. Is that right? And like before any of us had kids.
Long time.
So that's how we. And Anita has several other children also. So.
Love that. We saw that picture, and Lisa said he's totally American now, cookies and burgers. So
Yes.
it's cookies and burger, America's favorite. So is there anything that you'd like to share that you want adults and kids to know that sometimes doesn't understand Xander's superpowers?
I would say don't be afraid to ask. Instead of sometimes I'll notice maybe a child about his age with, say, an older sibling or a parent, and you see him staring, and they're just curious, and then the older person with them will kind of say, don't look, just don't say anything, don't look, and it's totally fine to ask questions.
So ask questions. That's good to know because sometimes people think that that's rude, but it's good that people can ask questions. Laura, is there anything that you want to leave with them?
I just think it's important just that we value everybody and that we're everybody, and just to realize everybody has worth and everybody has value, and what they can do matters, and it's just finding what everybody are, and just appreciating people for who they are. So
Absolutely love that, Lori. You do have a question for Xander. Does Xander do water therapy?
He does not do official water therapy. No. He does physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech, but none of it is in the water. And he swims at home. But
So there, Ramona answered that question. So I always like to do takeaways from the book. And I think I kind of did that, Lori. So now you have to answer it twice. I'm making you talk, and your cat always makes a cameo every week. And so my takeaway, your takeaway from this book, Anita, and I love that he's trying to get to your hair. Oh. So, Anita, if you he's having a field day.
Sorry.
If you can,
Fireworks in my hair.
those are two great things. I can't blame him there. You have great hair, and I do love fireworks. So Bradford says, "Xander, you're a champion." So Anita, one takeaway from the book, one thing that you wish people can take away from this book.
Oh, to see the whole concept is to see the differences in kids like Xander or Hannah or Nathan, to see their superpowers when they
Love
see that they're
that.
different, to really be able to look inside and celebrate those differences.
Love that. Lori, your takeaway from your own book.
Yeah, I think it's the same. You know, the truth is that, you know, the superpowers are a spin of things they struggle with, but the truth is that they do have superpowers. Just for them to get to the point where the same level of where their kids are at. I mean, they have so much strength, so much tenacity, and so much perseverance to get to that point. That if other kids really good, you know, how much they have to fight just to get to that point. You know, I think kids would really appreciate it, and they do have superpowers. They really do. And I saw the other day saying, like, even with kids with Down syndrome, they're like, if a kid with Down syndrome was president, do you know what? We would have dances every day, and everybody would, and we would all be smiles. You know what I mean? It's like what, you know, appreciating what each kid world, you know, and what strengths they do have, because just because they don't have our strengths doesn't mean that they aren't valuable, you know. And I think that's my whole point. They do have, and we just have to see what that is and help others see that. So
I love that. My takeaway from all of your books are that while we say superpowers, these kids looking at Xander, this to me, we take this for granted. And we need to stop taking just simple things for granted in life. Xander's part in his book when he wants to put his hand down, but he actually slams the table. I think we as adults, we just take things for granted. And as kids, that a wave is just something you do. And Xander is teaching me today, just, you know, enjoy life the way it is. We don't have fireworks anywhere in the sky, but Xander's all about the fireworks. And he just, without any fault to Xander knows how to love the things that he loves in life. His mom, fireworks, and apparently that watch.
Xander can, I was going to show you one of his superpowers is he can get on my watch that has about 1,200 pictures on it, and within a few seconds he's pulled up pictures of himself. I don't know how he does it. I don't even know how to do it.
wow.
Oh, wow.
But he get on there and pull pictures of himself.
That's a superpower.
That is. So I absolutely love.
He's really good on.
He's brilliant. I'm watching him. He's brilliant.
He hears the air.
Oh, he hears the airplanes. And I have a message from you, Xander. One of my teachers said, thank you for sharing. Superpowers are within all of us. And Ramona said, thank you. This book is very informative for adults as well as kids. I love your superpowers, Xander. So where can they get this book?
They're all available on Amazon, Amazon.com. So
Amazon.com. And you have 3 books, 139 Inspired And there, what is, I never asked you, where did 139 come from?
That's from the Bible verse. I will praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. And that's the verse that's in the back on the print. It's in the back of each of the books. There's a 8x10 print that they can tear out and frame. Every book has it. Each of my illustrators has done an art print, and you can frame it. But I just that's just one of my life philosophies. That every kid is fearfully and wonderfully made, and that's from that passage in the Bible from Psalms 139. So that's where that came from.
Absolutely love that. Well, I always like to end by saying, if no one else tells you Dr. George loves you, Laura, you want to say anything?
Yeah, if no one else tells you, Miss Lori loves you. Good night.
Miss Anita and Xander?
Oh, we love you guys. Thank you so much for having us. Oh, I'm trying to get.
Xander, you get a heart from me. You're so incredibly
having us tonight.
sweet.
Bye-bye. Can you blow a kiss? Oh, Xander's blowing you a kiss.
Oh my goodness, he's buffering.
Blow a kiss.
He's so incredibly handsome. Well, thank you so much, Miss Anita, for having him on. Thank you. And your Bible verse, they're repeating it. They said, amen, fearfully and wonderfully made. So you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you next Tuesday.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Xander.